This past year has been insane, Amula. Let's recap. So first, January, you decide your word for the year will be honesty, and for the first time, you and your mom talk about how you were molested as children. Then 11 days in, you meet a stranger and ask him to travel to Kenya with you. He made you feel at home in a different kind of way. February, the guy that you left behind comes back and now wants to make amends and take things to the next level. But it's weird, huh? Even though on paper he is what you thought you wanted, your heart was telling you to bet on the stranger. You proceed to walk him through a breakup, and at the same time, your sister comes back from a year and a half of being isolated. Then February 14th comes around and you meet the stranger in Nairobi. The trip was everything you wanted and more, and every day was a beautiful adventure. And you learned that you could spend a lot of time with this person. By March, you're head over heels in love, and you went into this thinking, this will be fun, and left thinking, oh wait, I want to spend as much time with this man as possible. The weird part was, all this extra energy love brought you, all of a sudden you knew you had to build the life you love because this guy was tagging along, and the future looked so much brighter. We met some kids, we missed a train, helped strangers, got hosted by strangers, got a tooth infection. Through the ups and downs, it was all beautiful. He fake proposed. The goodbye, although temporary, was so sad. April, we did long distance for 3 weeks, and then I surprised him in Tunisia. And this time, I did Ramadan with his family. I organized 2 LCL sessions, decorated an apartment with the twins, and tried to organize a production company, all while making friends and getting to know a different side of each other. It was so comfortable. By May, the goodbye was devastating. We knew it would be a long time before we saw each other again, but it felt like a death. How can we make it through? Can a new 2-month relationship really survive 8 months of long distance? It felt like life hit us with a ton of bricks, and then I actually got hit by a ton of bricks. By June, the worst thing that could possibly happen happens. The whole team gets COVID. I was at the tip of my comfort zone. I was having so much fun. I remembered why I love doing this. It was such a good session. It was so much fun. I empowered people. I put out fires and ignited conversations. I was on fire. July, the SPAC session gets canceled. I take Spencer to Jirba. I organize a session with the SOS kids. I lived with Nasim Spencer and cockroaches, but we had so much fun. We do a lot of inner work. We make a movie with the SOS kids on their own. Creatively, we are vibing. It's amazing. The time of my life with 2 of my best friends. And then I have an operation on my nose. It's very emotional, but finally, for the first time in my life, I can breathe, and it was so worth it. And then I decided to do something very dumb, and I dyed my hair blonde. And then that just looks really bad, but my family does a kilma where we do this family thing. My family meets his family, get to know each other for the first time. Dude and I are doing this whole thing long distance and trying to make it work. And then my family and I go on a beautiful vacation in Turkey, and we go to Cappadocia, and we go on these beautiful hot air balloons for the first time. And obviously Noor and I argue as we do. It's our family tradition. For all our vacations, I get through a bunch of fun makeup looks and we bond. August, I realized I lost a best friend. I moved to the US with a lot of pain. I meet up with my best friend Ima in New York, and I just start feeling like I'm behind and broke, and capitalism mentality started to set in, and I have no money, and I spent all these years focusing on LCL, but I have nothing tangible to show for it, no stability. I need change. This program, the scholarship, will help me get there. I discovered that supporting my family is really hard to do when I'm so far away. September, October, November, all these 4 months were pretty low point mentally for me. I got to hang out with my cousins though, and I felt good to get to know them as adults. I got a job as a waitress, something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid. And I learned that being physically tired, it has different benefits than being mentally tired. I met up with Anthony and we go skiing. I meet my best friend. There's drama in the cohort. Why am I living with children? I get really close to this cool guy from New York who becomes a brother to me, and I admire his discipline. By December, I get to see Duda meet his family. I get engaged. I want to say the new word for 2022 is going to be focus. And my question to you are you still in love? Are you happy with your new job? Are you happy with yourself? Are you excited about Lights, Camera, Learn? Do you still love storytelling? Are you creating? Are you writing movies? Are you mentally positive? Are you happy with your relationships and your friendships? Are you financially stable? And finally, are you actually able to focus more?